action. Always been filled with the passion. Young and you know he long lasting. Money off the rap ting. Put the park right on the map ting. Shawty only hit for the smashing. Breaking her back in. Wear what I want in this fashion. I get it done while you asking.
Look. Yo, listen. Episode 2. That's what we doing.
Yo.
What you, I like.
It's us. We here.
That's us, though. Come on, man.
I'm not surprised. What did you expect?
What more can we say, man? What more can we say?
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Look, I'm entertained, though. And look, we here in the studio now. Today is what? This is the Friday, October 16th. Listen, we released episode 2 today. An hour, 17 minutes ago. We here. We back in it. And this is where it's going to be. This is our home. It's up and it's stuck.
This shit don't stop, bro.
Shit don't stop. Yeah, don't stop. And I am your host, Juan, the Don, the bearded one, the only one. Yeah, it's up and it's stuck. Yes, sir.
What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Mcqueen. $5. Once again, from the 917 to the 901.
To the 901.
It's all love, man.
It's all love, man.
It's your boy Carl, a.k.a. Carl Baby, your neighborhood shooter.
The neighborhood, you might have to get that tatted. You say that a lot. The neighborhood shooter?
Yo, I be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
The neighborhood shooter.
Legend, some might say.
The legend, neighborhood legend, neighborhood hero.
We here, bro.
We here. This is episode 3, y'all. We here. We've been getting a lot of feedback and a great feedback at that you want to hear about us, what we've been through, what got us to this point, and where we see ourselves going in the future. So today we're going to be very vulnerable. We're going to open up. We're going to have fun with this. Yeah, let's get this on the road. Yes, sir.
Let's do it, bro.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna kind of, run through our journeys, what got us here, what got us to these points, and, just pick each other's brain.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I don't know if Ryan knows, but I've known you for like some time.
Yeah, it's definitely been years, bro. Yeah. Definitely knew you since I was in high school.
That's a fact. And we just like know each other like through mutual friends.
Yeah, you feel me?
That's a fact.
What is it? What degrees of separation?
Enlighten
it's 7. Wait, is it 7 degrees of separation? Something like that.
We're gonna find it out.
7, yeah.
I don't know what.
Now it's 6 though. It's less. It's even less now. You never heard of 7 degrees?
I haven't.
Meaning someone you know somehow knows Obama. Basically, 7 degrees of separation.
Y'all know Obama?
No, but you probably know someone that knows Obama if you think about it.
I don't know.
You don't know, but it's
Obama.
7 degrees of separation. Somewhere you know someone that knows Hov.
So wait. Oh, but this guy
meaning getting to like there's one person you probably want to meet.
I've met Hov before.
So you feel me?
So I know. So you can say that.
You feel me? So all
right, I'm tapped in.
You tapped in. But
say that.
You feel me? But
yeah, I grew up in Brooklyn though. Born and raised in the Star. And for me, I think growing up, like I had both parents there. It was like I wouldn't say it was your dream, like home or like family, but it was dope. Like my pops was there, moms was there. Like we used to go on trips, like Disney World. Like I think I had like a good childhood as a kid. Like I don't think I seen like anything that like changed my aspect, and I'm graceful of that because I've seen situations where people go through shit as kids, like 4, 5, 6 years old, or even like as they get a little bit older, and it traumatizes them. And those people too also are able to like just strive, do different things, or like have a different type of mindset and just maneuver from a young age. But I think for me, I'm just like graceful, like, and very like, understanding of why God does certain things for me or put me in certain positions. And growing up with that, like I had a strong father, I wouldn't say he wasn't the best father, but he definitely made some mistakes. And as a man, he owned up to it, which I appreciate him for. So I think for me, realizing that as a young adult, it showed me how to maneuver as a man and how to maneuver around women in general too. Like learning how to treat a woman, learning how to treat yourself and the people that you have around you. And I think like I always used to think to myself like I be in like certain positions and then I'd be like, yo, why am I here? Like Like, what am I here for? Like, working for the Nets, I've been there 7 years, and I always had this itch and this thought of like, all right, this is cool, this is fun. I'm meeting these celebrities, I'm watching these games, but I'm like, yo, God, like, what's the reason? And then it clicked like 3 years ago, like, I want to start a podcast. And then it's like, I'm meeting all these celebrities, I'm meeting these great people that have become my friends, that are at a higher totem pole than can possibly help me. But it's like, I don't want the help, I just want you to be there for me and guide me. And I guess being around those individuals and coming to the thought of like, this podcast is something I really want to do. These individuals can be there to guide me, and they could make my show or inform me on certain things to go to the next level. And for me, it was always that confusing aspect of like, why am I here? And I think that's a question like most people ask themselves, and they don't get an answer. For me, I was able to get the answer. Like, they always say like, oh, you got to find like what you want to do when you get older, or like, what do you see yourself? And I think for me, like, I found it, and I'm happy what I'm doing, bro. Like, I love this shit. Like, every day, it's only been like 3 days. This is the third day, but every day I wake up and I know I got to record something. I can't wait, bro. Yeah. I just can't wait. Like, I can't wait to get here. Like, we was at work today. I probably seen you like at what, 12, 1 o'clock? And he's like, bro, I'm ready to leave, bro. I'm ready to go record. I'm ready to go call it, bro. And it's a good itch, bro.
Yeah,
it's a great itch. And like, the guy who, like, I think runs this or half runs this by the name of Eric, which is my guy, he tapped in with me probably like when we did the first episode and was like, bro, like, for some guys that like, this is your first episode, y'all did a pretty good job. Like, I got shit to work on, but I think it was like pretty dope. Yeah, for sure. And to get that feedback and to do it with my brothers, like, I don't think there's no better feeling than that, for sure.
I wanted to say, like, being that you grew up in Brooklyn, I mean, you know what, like, you know how your surroundings can influence you. Like, what do you think led you in a, you know, I'm sure maybe you might have had a bumpy path, not a bumpy path, but maybe you strayed here, strayed there. Facts. But what like led you to be like, you know, I feel like your head is on straight. I feel like you know what you want. I feel like you're a genuine good person. You know what I mean? Appreciate that. I feel like you don't take advantage of people. Like we underestimate how great those qualities are.
Those are big qualities.
Those are great qualities, bro. But I mean, you know, like I said, our surroundings can definitely hinder those qualities. So like, what got you to that point? Like, how were you moving as a kid that kind of like put you in this direction?
Son, I got to give thanks to my parents. Again, like, I would say the area I'm in now, like, I grew up, like, it's crazy. It's not crazy. It's been worse, but I feel like it's relaxed a little bit. Yeah, but for the most part, bro, like just growing up in that area, seeing certain shit that happened, and, like, knowing my pops, he's been through that shit. Like, he got off track, but he was able to get back on track. I didn't want to put myself in that predicament. Like, I think a lot of people got shit confused, like, nah, I gotta be tough. I'm a gangster. I gotta, bro, just be regular. And shit going map out. Like, that's how I looked at it. Like, my shit mapped out. Parents guided me the right way. Got off track. I probably thinking, like, middle school, I tried to, like, join some gang and shit. Like, little dumb kid shit. Dumb kid shit. And my pop set that shit straight. Like, and my mom's like, this what we not doing. Right. But this what you going to do. But they also gave me the empowerment and the thinking of, like, do whatever you want, but make sure it's going to benefit you and not make your family look crazy. Right. So I think with my parents, like, just guiding me on the right track, bro, that shit kept me afloat. And, like, it's a testament. Like, look at me now. Like, I'm only just getting started. We only just getting started, bro. That's a fact. And I think, honestly, like, from here, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be lit, bro.
No, definitely, bro. I feel like it's funny as you say that because I lived in like when I was younger I lived in Brownsville as well. That's where my dad is from.
Yeah, shout out to the Ville.
Super started low life, so them niggas is really on some
little demon town.
You ever seen fucking what is this shit? The Warriors, bro. That's basically how New York was like back in the day, bro. Like
imagine the Warriors now,
but meaning like it's really like. Boom, this like little gangs. It's little gangs, you know what I mean? So my dad just tells me stories and it's crazy. You meet my pops, bro, you would never know this nigga was like
in tune like that.
And yeah, you know what I mean? But it's just like a complete change as a person, bro. You know what I mean? That's you mature, bro. But that's fire, bro. Like that's tough because you from the Ville, bro. Like,
I wouldn't say I don't want to claim the Ville, bro.
You don't want to claim. So what are you claiming?
I'm claiming the Star. The Star. That shit under my belt for life, man. From the Star, baby. From the Star.
We'll die.
Shout out to Essential Water too. Look, we here. Look, let me tell you something real quick. Let me say something. Look, episode 2, right? Posted it on the gram. Cool little 400 likes. Cool little 4,500 views just on the promo videos. That's just on the gram. That's not crazy. We humble about it. Sentia rose up and likes the post. Listen, we appreciate y'all. We just we here 3 episodes
You know what I'm saying? This might be the best water I've.
I don't think it's a might.
It
It is.
You feel me? This might be the best water.
Wait, let me take a sip.
I have drink. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Might have to toast this bitch.
Woo! You feel energized, you take that
Might
John.
have to toast this bitch like a fucking
Like champagne.
my nigga. Like
Yo, shit. I see some shit like nigga took a monster drink sip and just went crazy.
bro,
I just had like a flashback in my head. Like,
bro. Since she's A1.
that's
bro.
a fact. But yeah, son, I'm claiming the star, bro. I'm claiming the star. I grew up there. My man's still there. I'm trying to get back there now. But yeah, the star is definitely under my belt. We're not claiming the Ville. Still love the Ville, but we ain't claiming it though.
I feel that.
Carl, I want to get some insight about, where you from, how you grew up. I know you from New York as well, so we get a little insight about yourself, bro.
Okay, so I mean, I'm from Crown Heights originally, I'd say. So I lived in Brownsville as well. That's where my grandma, pops, that's where they were growing up. So it's kind of like it was a little back and forth situation, kind of in a way. But yeah, it definitely was there. It's funny because like growing up, I was never really outside in the like my pops made sure that you know what I mean. Unless I was around his peoples, it was really like I was really like shielded from all of that.
Yeah.
Growing up though, I always felt like I wasn't like everyone else. You know what I mean? In terms of like what I did, what interests me. You know what I mean? Like my my like elementary and like I'm trying to think. Elementary and like before that, bro, I was just a drawer. Like I always drew, illustrator, bro. Like forever. That was how I grew up. Like I was a creative. I would go to a movie. I would come back and I would just like illustrate what I seen. I seen Titanic as a little kid. I remember doing this, coming home and then just drawing a boat. You know what I mean? I'm just like a little kid. I was drawing everything I seen. I was in school and then there would be like, you know, people crowded around me and I'm from Crown Heights, so you know, like everyone, you know, I wasn't even hooping that young. Like I fuck with ball now, but like I was really
Trying to say you nice or you just
Nah, he's straight.
Thank you. Thank you.
I hooked my guy a couple weeks back.
Thank you.
We went out to the park.
Man, yo.
I gotta see it
This
myself.
man trying to tell you can pull up.
Like, cause you be throwing bullshit up like quick
you can pull
30
up.
piece, quick 20 piece.
Man, you could pull up. You could get
I
buckets
think that
too.
shit mid, bro. I
Pull
think
up.
it's mid.
Pull up and
you
guard me.
mid too. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Pull up and guard
I feel
me.
like the footwork nasty. I feel like the ball handle nasty with you.
Pull up and guard
Nah, I ain't gonna say the ball.
That's
I ain't
all
gonna
I'm gonna
look,
say.
I'm not gonna say the. I'm gonna say I feel like
All I'ma
the
say-
form is trash.
All I'm gonna say is pull up and guard me. That's it.
The form Sean
Pull up
Marion.
and guard me.
I'm getting Sean Marion
Marion.
vibes.
Pull
Yeah.
up and guard me. That's all I'm gonna say.
At the end of the day, Marion made it to the league, so
Facts.
And he didn't. Man. So that's telling me
I
something.
did, nigga. What you talking about? Nah.
What are you talking about?
But nah, like, yeah, bro, that was always what I did. I would just, like I said, like, people would always be like, nah, like, you're this artist. So this is kind of where art changed for me, though, after, I want to say, so when I'm going into middle school is when art changed for me. Art, my perception of what art was. Because I'm going into middle school, I had to make a portfolio to get into the school. I went to an art school. So it was...
Where did you go?
It was Bay Academy. Shout out to Bay Academy.
Okay.
Definitely a few of my people's in there, a lot of talented people, a lot of athletes. It was like a specialty school, so they had like different sections. But this is the first time I kind of like was surrounded by people that were as talented as me with this illustration shit. So it's kind of crazy, you know what I mean? But you know, this is kind of like a wake up call. So now I'm learning new shit. I'm literally sitting next, just like how I'm sitting next to you. I'm sitting next to artists that are as talented as me. So this is like a new thing to me. So it's like busting my head. And I'm just like, you know, this is amazing. Fast forward, excuse me. I'm going to high school, and going to high school, I wanted to do car design. I know it's mad random, but I've always been into cars. Always wanted to do car design. And for some reason, there's not really many, like, there's no car design.
Like a market for
Yeah,
it?
there's there's a market for car design, but there's no, like, schools that specialize in, you know what I mean? Like, and if you look for industrial, like, it's not car design, you know what I mean? So, like, I got into art design. Shout out to art and design. We got some crazy alumni here. We got Mark Jacob. We got Calvin Klein. We
That's
got
tough.
Fab didn't graduate, I don't think, because he
tough,
made
though.
it.
Yeah,
Because
he
he made
made
it. We got Ferg. We got a bunch of people, bro. Like my school's crazy.
You tapped in.
But that was like, you feel me? That was like literally my turning point because I shifted from illustration into photography, and that just kind of happened over the course of me. Like, I was a part of like. It was like me and like a few of my mans. We just used to like, you know, get fly and like we used to like to vlog our shit. Like I would record everything we did, dudes with slapboxing, cutting ass. But
Regular
little
New
did
York
I
shit,
know
facts.
though, recording stuff was literally me documenting. You know what I mean? Like niggas wasn't recording shit they were doing back in the day.
Yeah,
Like I
that's a
recorded
fact.
freestyles of all my mans. I recorded videos of us just mobbing around Soho, you know what I mean? And then shooting as well. Like I was
That's
really
fire, bro.
I didn't even realize like I was really doing all of that shit, bro. Like mad
Unintentionally,
young, bro.
like-
unintentionally, bro.
That's a
Just
fact.
documenting all our shit. But and that led me to like today, bro. Like and I mean I've shot for Billboard, I've shot shit for Fashion Week. I've done a lot. I got a nice little resume. I'm gonna talk my shit. I got a nice little resume.
Talk your
man.
shit, bro.
Got a nice little resume, but I mean, that's not it, man. There's so much shit I want to do.
Yeah.
That's all I say. There's
That's
mad
good,
shit I
though.
want to do,
That's
bro.
good.
And this is definitely something I'm glad I'm doing right now.
And parents, please let your kids do whatever they want to do.
Do everything.
Please. I
Do-
seen something that
let them do
Iman
everything.
Shumpert spoke about. Like he was like he doesn't understand why parents like if a kid is messing with like the game or he's messing with an AirPod or a phone, let that kid play with that specific object because he might be the next big person to make a phone or the next big person to make an AirPod or the next big person to make a game.
That's a fact.
Let the kids do what they want to do. Like I think for me when I was growing up, like I played like football, but I really wasn't in tune with a lot of shit.
Okay.
Like as growing up, I wanted to be in tune with Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, like little, and I couldn't just because like the people around me wasn't tapped into that shit.
Right.
So like, did you grow up on like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon?
Yo,
and shit?
it's so funny because I have like the opposite experience of mad people like with their parents. So I know most people's parents are a little older, and then they're also like they either from islands or they mad traditional or like. But my parents dead play games. Like my mom she played Final Fantasy, bro. Like
No,
You know what's crazy?
that shit was
Because
crazy.
My mom will legit sit in the living room and just play Zelda all day.
Word.
And be like, yo,
That's
nobody bother me.
flames, my nigga. Like,
nobody
yo,
bother me is
I'm playing
tough.
that
That's fire, bro.
Real talk.
That's
To this
fire.
day.
That's tough.
Yes.
To this day,
Fire.
that's tough.
That's tough, bro. I love it. I love to see it because I used to feel like damn, like no one else's parents was like this. This shit was lit.
Yeah.
No, I used to play
crazy.
games with my pops. Used to play like Madden, 2K.
Madden 2K.
My mom's was into Super Mario.
Oh yeah, so
Like
yeah,
she was
you
tapped
lit,
in
like,
for sure, but
yeah.
like that side like of like
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, like I could never sit with the kids
they
and play
wasn't-
Pokemon.
okay, I feel
bro,
you, I feel you.
And play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Why though?
Because I didn't know how to play,
Oh, you
bro.
didn't-
And I didn't watch. Like,
yeah, I
but
feel you.
for some weird reason, I had all the Pokemon cards.
I mean, you should have just did it, bro. That's like a pivotal part of
your childhood.
yeah, like-
childhood. I know the closest I got to that was the Pokemon game on the iPhone. That's the closest
Hey,
I
bro,
got.
it's never too late, man.
Yo, you know what I heard about that shit too?
What?
Like with that Pokemon game, they used to put it in specific areas, like as a marketing standpoint, like for like what. So say for instance, what's like the biggest like Pokemon character?
Oh, I mean,
Pikachu, bro.
Pikachu.
Yeah.
They would put Pikachu by Starbucks, but it wouldn't be anywhere else. So you got to go to Starbucks to go find Pikachu and catch him.
And they'll make
That
people.
And then you like,
very
nah, I want some
realistic.
Makes
Starbucks.
sense.
Yeah, that
touch
sounds
it, but
like-
that's-
People was really on that game. People was really
That's
on
smart.
that.
Like, were you tapped in as a kid? With like,
Nah, definitely. I was definitely on the Final Fantasy, Zelda,
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon.
I was tapped in with
I already
Zelda,
know
though.
because I seen some of your designs coming up. I'm holding it down, but I already know. Did I say too much? Okay, I want you to shit.
What pops do?
Don't tell nobody.
But nah, actually speaking about that, of course, obviously, my upbringing will be, completely different from you guys. I speak about the 901. For those who don't know, I'm born and raised Memphis, Tennessee.
Talking. Go crazy.
Kind of like you, Jawan. Mom and dad, had a very, healthy household. I'm one of 6 children. I'm the fourth of 6 kids.
Fire.
So
Are you the oldest?
No, I'm the fourth.
You're
so
the fourth.
I got
Okay, my
3
fault.
older brothers, a little brother, and 1 little sister.
Okay.
So growing up, I had to learn about, like working with others, sharing, all that shit.
All that kid shit.
My parents did an excellent job of like providing for us and just like making sure that like even though it was 6 of us, like we didn't really want for anything.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy because when I look back and I'm just like, yo, how the fuck did they do? Like, I remember waking up in Christmas one Christmas and it's 6 bikes lined up and 6 Game Boy Colors lined up.
I'm like, how the fuck did y'all get that?
I'm just like, where the fuck are y'all getting this money from? And it's not now that I'm grown. I'm just like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Power is based on them, nigga.
They snap.
Nah, my pops, he definitely, well, both my parents, they definitely want to make sure that we grew up
That's good,
cultured, in terms of like, you know, playing whatever sports we wanted. Because my mom and my dad, they're both creatives. My dad, he used to draw, be in a band, play guitar, all that.
Fire.
My mom, she, you know, does a little bit of everything. She used to make cakes professionally.
A queen.
She
Fire.
draws.
Right.
But no, that being said, I definitely had, you know, an interesting childhood. With that being said, I used to stay at my grandmother's house in South Memphis all the time. I remember being 9 years old and I saw somebody get their head blew off. 9 years old, I saw somebody die,
crazy.
get shot in the head. So I definitely have seen like both sides of the spectrum, like, you know, the privileged side was like, you know, having pretty much anything you wanted, and then also like, you know, being in the slums, being in the
shit could get
projects.
rough.
Do you feel like that shit molded you? Like seeing that specific thing?
Yeah, for me personally, it pretty much just showed me like, all right, so this is how your life could be if you stay on track, and this is how your life can be if you know you make the wrong decisions. And my pops has always like instilled in me like, look, you know, at the end of the day, you're gonna make the decisions that you want to make, but you have to be a man and, you know, live with these decisions that you make. So, and as a kid, you know, growing up, for some reason, I've always had this like infatuation with like living in New York.
Right.
I remember being like 8, 9 years old, listening to like Diplomatic Immunity and being like, yo, like
Cameron. Yo,
I thought
Cam is the only nigga that could just say mad words and
Rudy
it's lit.
Tootie for Looty Booty. He say some wild shit. I was like 8, 9 years old, like, yo, this nigga got bars.
This shit hard.
But like I was saying, music was like a heavy influence for me as a kid, as with like art and sports. You know, I did everything from like playing tennis with my dad, playing baseball and basketball, growing up with my brothers and stuff. I was always like very competitive. But like I said, just like the influence that New York culture had on me even as like a young kid, listening to like these New York artists and just like looking at like the New York culture and the way you guys were dressed and everything. And me living in the South, like, damn, like, it's probably, like, so cool to live in New York or whatever. So I've always had this infatuation with, like, one day eventually, like, moving up here and just, like, making a name for myself. So high school, you know, playing sports, baseball, basketball, that good shit. Went to college, did the whole college thing, you know, whatever.
Where'd you go, by the way?
Coastal Carolina University in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Oh, okay. Check that.
After college, I moved back home, you know, did the, you know, working, you know, the typical 9 to 5 shit. And I was just like, yo, like you said, like, it's got to be more. You asking God, like, you know, what's my purpose?
Wow.
I've always been, you know, extremely talented, like art, in terms of like artistically. Right. I remember being like first grade, second grade. I'm supposed to be doing my homework in class, and I'm just like just drawing Final Fantasy characters, Dragon Ball Z characters and shit. My teacher's like, yo, you're not doing any of your work. But I'm like, but these drawings good as hell though.
I feel that.
So, like I said, after college, I came back home, was working, and I was just like, yo, there's got to be more. And just, you know, one day, you know, a lot of different shit happened, and I just wound up in New York, man. I just wound up living in Brooklyn out of nowhere.
Shout out to Brooklyn.
Like destiny just called, bro.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And just like, and I met Jawan at work, and it's just crazy how like the universe and how God pretty much just like puts everything together. Because Jawan came to me one day and was like, yo, I want you to be a part of my podcast. And I was like,
yeah, you, nigga.
Like,
yeah, because my boy, look, I feel like, bro, like picking these specific people I wanted to do for this podcast, bro, like I said, I wrote this on my Instagram the other day. I had this vision for 3 years, bro. And I just couldn't find the right people. Like, I've brung it to many people, like, but consistency is key to me.
Yeah.
And for me to come to y'all and y'all be consistent with it, and also I know y'all are different individuals. Like, bro, y'all tapped in artistically, mentally. Y'all know what y'all want to do, and I feel like, nah, this would be a great fit. And it's organic. Like, it wasn't forced. Like, me and Carl, son, I feel like me and Carl be having so many disagreements about certain shit, but I love it for the simple fact that means we want shit to be perfect, bro.
That's facts.
We want it to be perfect, bro.
That's facts.
And I feel like if you creating shit and you don't have disagreements or you not feeling something, I feel like it's gonna work out, but that shit ain't gonna be organic, bro.
Yeah, it's not.
It ain't.
Have y'all boys seen the movie The Wood?
Oh yeah, I seen it. Yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
It's like, for example, like I'm Big Mike, so I came from out of nowhere, and y'all too, y'all already living here.
That nigga said, "My name's Mike, and I'm from North Carolina. My name's Mike, and I play baseball." That's my shit.
But that's kind of how I feel like moving to New York and like just tapping in with you guys. It's just like I'm the outsider, but
We accept you, bro.
and it's just like, but I would always say like, God, like what's my purpose of like moving to New York and like what am I supposed to do here? And it's just like without me even knowing, just like I'm just like linking up with you guys and just like meeting the right people, which is like gotten me here. Moving to New York, officially starting the clothing line, and just a lot of stuff that I've been doing.
If you didn't get season 1, as you said before, you asked out.
Asked out.
You asked out.
Asked out.
But like I said, it's just a lot of stuff that's like shaped me into the man that I am. Pops used to have us in church every Sunday, so my morals are definitely on point with
Right.
like
Right.
which I think is really, really critical in like 2020. It's just like a lot of niggas, they morals is like trash, bro.
That shit weird, bro. I be thinking like when it come down to that, how niggas don't be having common sense,
Yeah, I mean that,
and that that ties into everything.
Yeah,
that goes
the more than like I feel like religion is a great basis to have for it, but you're right.
But it's
the
not
morals,
even like a religious thing. It's just like, bro, like you said, like common sense. Like I don't know.
Some
Nah,
people, some people don't have a set of like rules for themselves, like
like just living freely, like with no care. That's a great thing to go by. Like live freely, but in a different context when you look at it, some niggas is living dangerous.
Yeah,
Living dangerous and got no morals. Like I don't understand it. Like it's something that needs to be spoken upon because I feel like in the black community we see it a lot, bro. We see it a lot. But it's like, what is it going to take for it to change?
You can only wish the best for everyone.
That's a
for
fact.
real.
That's a fact. That's a big fact.
That's all you could do.
And like you say, like growing up in Memphis, you said south side of Memphis. Or?
Yeah, South Memphis.
How was your like summers out there, like growing up?
Summers was lit. You know what I'm saying? Going to your homeboys' neighborhoods and playing ball in these people's neighborhood or going to this neighborhood. Oh, these niggas said they could beat y'all in this neighborhood. Well, okay, well we walk over there and play them niggas. But like I said, it would definitely get to a point where my grandma would be like, "Yo, don't go around the corner because them niggas doing this or that and third over there."
Grandma tapped in,
and it's just and what makes it so funny is like I said, I grew up in a big family, and we all legit like had the same life. Like our parents made sure that we all had the same resources and everything. But I have like brothers and stuff who live different lives than I have because they made different choices. So, when it comes to like gang activity and all this stuff, like I've seen it all, even with like my brothers and stuff. And it's just a testament of like, regardless of like what your upbringing is, like
it's on you.
It's the decision that you make that's going to determine the type of life that you live. But now, like summers and stuff was definitely lit growing up. Hanging out with the boys, talking to females and all that, this, that, and the third. But no, I definitely enjoyed it.
Were y'all like ever nervous to talk to female? I feel like I was always nervous to talk to females.
Yeah,
bro.
I didn't really get. Who influenced me? My boy. He was here last time. My boy Stash.
All right, shout out to Stash.
Yeah, shout out to Stash. But like in high school, bro, I ain't have no G. I'm gonna keep
Which
it.
I called it out there. We called it G.
We called it G. We called it G or just
in terms of like what,
like going to
running down
girl,
G.
Like yo, my G, not my G5. We used to be like
everyone says bagging, I guess. Like,
we used to say bagging. Yeah,
we said like we pull a shorty.
Pulling, yeah.
Okay, yeah, pull, yeah.
For me personally, I've never been like afraid to talk to a female.
Yeah.
I always was a shy one, bro.
Nah, it's just like the way that I see it. It's just like.
What she gonna say is no.
That is the worst. I don't want to hear that shit.
That's a fact. That's how I felt when I was younger,
bro.
That's how I felt when I was younger.
I hate hearing no. I feel like if I like you, you gotta like me. Like not you gotta, but I feel like
you got no choice.
You got a choice, but it's like yo, like where you gonna go after this?
You know when that kind of flipped. Like I feel like after high school or like toward the end of high school, I kind of realized. Or like right after, I was just like, yo, like women want you as much as you want them. So that's
but they're not gonna show it as much though.
Yeah, so that's when it's kind of like, you gotta just play that field, and then that's how you work in that field of knowing that you have power as well in that. Now, I mean, I feel like growing up, it's this thing where it's like women have all the power in these situations,
and that's all you hear too.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, everything men do is to please women for
That's
the
a
most
fact.
part.
We get fly
But
for women. We get cuts
I
for
get
women.
fly for
I get
me.
fly for me, but
Well, look,
I get
all right, 50-50.
yeah.
If I'm putting the fit on, I want to make sure I look good. So when the shorty see me, she tapped in, and I'm tapped in for my I want to look
I feel
good for
that, I feel
myself
that, I feel
too.
that.
Like, you feel me? I'm a Leo, so I want reaction. Like I do everything for a reaction.
I feel that. I'm dead a Leo too, but I'm not.
When's your birthday?
I'm like I'm like the Cancer Leo. I don't know about this sign.
The Cancer
sign
Leo,
stuff.
like,
Yeah, I heard I'm an emotional person. Like that's
Are
just
you?
me. Like with everything, bro.
are you emotional?
Yeah, with everything.
Okay.
I keep it a buck. I'm mad emotional, bro. With everything. Like my art, people.
When's the last time you
situations.
cried?
Cried? It's been a minute.
It felt good when
Crying
you
is
cried
good,
though.
though.
That
Crying
shit feel
is a-
mad
I
good.
want-
Kobe died. When Kobe
Yo,
died.
I can't lie. Almost, yeah. When Kobe
I
died,
cried,
I
bro.
definitely almost shed a tear on the train. I was like,
definitely
damn,
cried.
that shit was.
No, last time I
shit was
cried
tough.
was the last episode of Lovecraft.
You cried during the show.
Yeah. Come on.
If you don't watch
Before you laugh, bro, I gotta tell you the part I
I
cried
respect it. I'm just weak though.
at.
Like,
The part where
my shorty be crying there.
Christina basically reenacted the what is his name?
Oh, the murder
I'm
of
so
Emmett Till?
sorry. Yes, the
Yeah,
murder of Emmett Till.
that was crazy.
I
That was a
thought I
crazy
wasn't
scene.
gonna cry, bro.
That was
but
a deep scene. I can't front.
I literally started bawling, crying out of nowhere. Like, nah, this
That was a
is
tough
crazy.
scene. That was definitely a tough.
That's a tough scene.
It probably hit a nerve.
Y'all tapped into Lovecraft.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you don't watch
definitely,
Lovecraft, like
definitely.
please, like
Tap in.
it's a little out there. Like you gotta, you know, you gonna
It's a
definitely
lot.
have to tap into like your imagination and stuff.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
But
yeah.
it's a great show. It's got a lot of like underlying themes and meanings that you can definitely appreciate, especially like if you're someone of like color. So definitely watch the show Lovecraft. It's on HBO. If you can't afford it, you know, finesse like a free trial or something.
Not even that. I give you my password too.
Whoa,
like,
this nigga giving out
listen, look,
giving out passwords on the
need,
podcast.
yeah, I don't care. Look,
Sheesh.
tap in. Look, if you need the password, tag me on the gram, and I got you. Email password, I got you. I'll even make another one. I'll make 2. So if 4 y'all come tap in, I got you.
Good, that's a nice little offer from the
got you.
podcast. I'll definitely.
Look, I ain't asking for nothing. Just tag me, Juan. I would like an HBO subscription. I got you.
But going back to like talking to girls and stuff back when we was kids, it's just crazy how easy it was for me back then, and now like that was before like the whole age of like social media and everything, and how like different it is now.
MySpace. You have Skonex?
I don't know what that is, bro.
Skonex is like a throwback though. That's like
throwback.
I never had a Skonex.
This was my lineage of like social media. So the first thing I had was some shit called Tagged,
I think I remember
I
Tag.
don't know about that.
and then I had MySpace.
You had an AIM?
Yeah, I had AIM.
Okay.
The instant message, nigga was up late night.
Listen, instant message, bro. You
Your
knew
aim was loopy.
You knew I was really feeling you, liking you if I let you leave like the little message when I go idle, like, this is one girl. He'll be back. Be like, yeah, you mine. Till next
aim
week.
was jokes, bro.
AIM was it, son.
It's just funny
definitely
to like, because like after Tagged and all that, like I was on MySpace, and it's just funny how like even like as kids, like social media had like you could get jammed up quick, because I would remember being like 7th grade, 8th grade, and like my shorty be like, yo, how come I'm not your top friend? You know, why
Top
not?
five.
Top fives.
Top 5. Yo, low key, I seen a meme. We was low key coders, bro, as kids.
Oh yeah, nah, that shit
Tap-
really.
Not
like,
even low key.
that was low key
were.
fire. You really learned how to code on
On
MySpace,
MySpace, bro.
Like,
On MySpace.
that shit was
son.
crazy.
MySpace was
MySpace
tapped
was
in,
different.
son. You really had a top
When you could
5.
put the music, I remember. I'd never forget. I had Lupe Fiasco. I had like fucking. I had some shit, bro, on my song. But the song is my page. I was like, nah.
So, nah, I'm trying to think of what song I have. I feel like it's a crazy song. No, I can't say the song. I'm not going to say
Bro,
I'm not gonna say
MySpace
it.
days was lit.
I'm not going to say it.
Yo, so going back to I want to go back to you as a child, like
Yeah.
growing up, because I know you said your father drew as well.
Yeah.
Because it's funny, I could relate to that because my dad actually did graffiti. He was a graffiti artist.
That's what's up.
And like his shit is crazy, but I'm interested to know, like, did he influence you in any way in terms of your art? Like, did he ever push you to do your art? Did he sit with you and like you know what I mean? Like, how'd that go? Because your art style is kind of unique to me. That shit's crazy.
Well, kind of like what Joanne was saying, like, you know, my parents were always like, whatever you want to do, like, go for it. And even though my parents were both like creatives in their own way, they never like pushed me to do it. They were just like, yo, if that's what you want to do, And if that's what you're interested in, go for it and we support you.
Right.
So it was never like, all right, this is what we want you to do. It was just a matter of like, yo, I'm a natural at this, and this is what I want to pursue. Obviously it took a lot of hard work, and through years and years of practice, I got better.
Yeah.
But they've never like tried to force me or like try to.
Yeah. Not even in a negative way. Just meaning like, did they help you with those? How there's basics of art. I don't even know if you studied art in school. You might not have. You might
I
just,
did.
Okay.
It's funny because I did study art in college for a while, and I was just like, yeah, I'm literally wasting money learning this shit
that you already know. Yeah. I don't like the idea of the one thing with art in school is interesting. I love the fact that there's art in school, but I don't like the idea of structured art. So like like
that's not art. Art is not.
Yeah,
Art is
that's the
everything.
one thing I didn't like, and that's the basis of art in school. It's structured. So I don't like structured art.
Yeah.
It's not wavy. Like I don't like being told what to.
It's not
draw.
organic. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like being told what medium. I like learning the basics. I like learning this and that. These little tools that can help me in what I want to do. But I don't like being told what to draw as my subject, or But nah, that's interesting though. Your art is fire, bro. By the way.
As a kid, did you like ever see your pops drawing? Like, what got you to that point? Like you said, at a young age, you just like started drawing. Like,
I mean, I feel like there's like maybe subconscious shit, like, and then as a baby, you don't even know what you picked. You don't remember what you picked up as a kid. But my dad, they did graffiti everywhere. Like he has. If you go to his crib now, my dad has like pieces on his wall that he did,
That's
and
tough.
like, he's like considered a legend in that as well. You know what I mean? Like aside from the whole low life thing, he people send him pieces and like, you know what I mean? But he'll just do a whole like piece like in one sitting. Like shit's
That's
crazy,
tough.
bro.
That's
But
tough.
I definitely want to say that rubbed off on me. Seeing that, it's like, oh, like I could do this. Like I could actually draw, like, so that was one thing I was like, all right, I'm gonna definitely fuck with this.
That's
It's
hard.
fun. It was something free about it. You know what I mean? Getting your art out on a paper, like it was lit.
We're gonna segue into our next session of like topics, touching on like the social media topic, like how it started, how it ended. We've all just talked about like essentially like how we've started our upbringings and stuff. And not, how we've ended, because we're definitely nowhere close to the end. But,
Right.
it's just a blessing to say, like, where we are right now. It's just crazy how, like, everybody's talking about that on social media now, especially with, like, the Quavo and Saweetie.
Oh yeah, that shit was jokes.
What is it?
How he hopped in the DM and stuff.
How it started, how it's going, and
Bro.
how it ended.
I'm
I'ma
not a
keep it a
DM. I'm not a DM diver, bro. That's just, no. That's not.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. All right, well, that's in that situation. Of course, that's gonna work for him. It's Quavo.
Quavo. He
In a
tapped
sense,
in.
it's gonna work. You feel me? Sweetie's getting on. All right, boom. That's
Let me
that's an easy little
carry
boom.
you,
Let me-
right.
Let me put the emoji. But it's just mad funny watching that because they both on the same type timing.
Like she probably been wanted to say something type shit. Like
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, it was just funny because it was mad simple. The dialogue. I'm like, yeah, they did the same person type shit.
What's your typical approach to like, all right, this shorty kind of bad. What's your approach to a female? Like, all right, when you want to get at her, what do you typically do?
I mean, like
'Cause I got to go to.
I got two go-tos.
a go-to, like, I mean, like prior to like being with my girl, like I love the face-to-face interaction. I feel like that for me, at least for me personally, that always worked better. Like actually being with someone and then speaking to them, it's like because I know I could bust your head way more in person than
nigga's a
through a DM. I'm not a DM demon. Feel me? I know a lot of people.
DM demon.
Yo,
You go for 37 out of 37, you gotta get 4 or 5.
Yo, I know people that
Gotta
get it done through their DM, but that was
Yeah.
never me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I'm more of an in person. Like, all right, boom.
But it's like how you gonna be? I don't know, bro. It's
So-
not how you gonna be. So you saying if you prior to your girl, right? So like, say you see something in the street, you run it down.
So my go to is normal conversation. Like I kind of react off what I see. Like it could be anything. It could be like, oh, like a shorty's eating. I'd be like, oh, you got a little something here, or like, like little. It's like little, little shit. She'll be like,
spinach in your
she'll be like, oh my
spinach right here.
god.
You might
She'll
wanna
be like,
kick
oh my god. And I'm like, nah, I'm fucking
Why you
with you.
tell me?
Or like, of course, the one a lot of people use is like you acting like you lost or something. But that's like, but
shit
my
lame,
shit,
bro.
my shit is
Yeah,
really
don't use that.
But my
You
shit,
use that?
Nah,
Oh.
I have before. But like,
How'd that
as a young
sound,
nigga,
though?
it's worked.
I would
before.
sound like
It's worked before. But feel me? But I'm saying, but it's all situational. Just like
okay.
just like whatever I see, I kind of like use it. Like if I see someone wilding on the train,
Will Smith.
if I see someone wilding on the train, I'm like, yo, this your man's right here. She's like, nah, that's not my man's. You feel me? But it's just playing with the situation. That's how I do it, bro. That's why I like the face-to-face interaction.
It's crazy that you say that though, because like with like the prevalence of like social media and stuff, it's like a lot of like relationships stem from DM.
That's a
like
fact.
mine included.
Word? You started off social media?
Yeah, it was like on some wild shit, like off like a comic book or some
word?
random shit. Like
what
that.
comic book, by the way?
I don't even remember, to be honest. But it was just like
in.
it was like she
gotta
had
tap that. That's
right
gonna
now,
come back.
boy. Let's go. Look, by the time
Yo,
she see this episode, boy, you gotta tap in. You gotta tap in, boy.
But it was just like she had posted some shit on the story, or whatever, and I just like. It wasn't even like a pickup line or anything. I just like randomly talk because it's like for me, like I don't do like the pickup line shit. Because for me, it's just like if a female is smart enough, she gonna see like, all right, this nigga's obviously giving me this whack ass pickup line.
But I'm saying though, the pickup line could work sometimes.
Pickup lines are tough though, because there's girls.
Like
get
no, I
pickup
don't want to
lines
say
all
pickup
day,
lines,
bro.
but I got two things. Like we're gonna put it in the video. It's gonna be right. It's gonna be right here. All right. I got the Denzel gift. Right, the Denzel gift.
You saying like this is current? Like this is because I
current.
mean, you know, people wasn't using.
I'm saying this is me current. This is what I do.
Okay,
current.
so you do the Denzel.
And
Which
ladies,
Denzel?
if you out there, if I've ever done this to you, it wasn't a thread line of me just doing it. I really was interested, but this is just the way I do it. It's nothing.
It's your approach.
It's my approach. This is how I do my shit. So it's a Denzel gift where he goes hard, he hold his chest and he's smiling. You know,
Okay.
I know
like
what
he's
you're talking
surprised.
about.
Yeah.
Right. It's that one. And then I hit him with another one. I like 2-3 posts. Then I check the story.
Yeah.
And then by that time I let it sit for like a little hour. Then I hit the DM. I hit the DM like, can I ask you a question? And they usually be like, what? Like they probably on 10. They like, what? Because you know they want to be on 10. They on 10. She's like, what? I'm like, what does it take not to waste your time? And when I get hit them with it's up and stuck for me. Look, what's the you can't say yes or no to that. You're gonna have to give me an answer. Like you don't have to, but you're
you
gonna
gotta give me
a-
something.
You're gonna give me something out of that. And that's where the conversation can start. Or it could be just a genuine hey.
Okay.
Like I feel like the genuine hey is good sometimes too. But those are my two go-tos.
Okay.
The key for me is like whenever you're trying to talk to a female or whatever, it's like you got to put the ball in their court at all times. So, this wasn't really like a pickup line for me, but it's like a way to get my foot in the door. I'll say some slick shit like, "Yo, I got to get you in the sketchbook. I got to draw you. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely inspiration." But I used to
See, y'all artists. See, I can't do shit like that.
So
I
I'll
fuck
be-
around and draw Barney. Like I can't do shit like that. That's tough.
But like I said, you always got to put the ball in their court. Like I never like ask for the shorty number. I'd be like, look,
Yeah, I always
I'm gonna
wait,
give you my
yeah.
number, and I'm gonna just
Do it what you
what you
made.
back.
Yeah.
And at that point, if I get that text message from a number that I ain't saved, I'm like, got him.
Up and it's stuck.
Got him.
It's funny because how I got my girl now, it was definitely an in-person interaction. So it was funny. So it should be like in my head, this should be like a battle. Like I see it was like her and then 4 other girls. So it's like a group of them.
What was the date, Carl? You need to know the date and the time. I'm sorry, I put that on you.
Don't do that. I don't remember the exact day. It was
Trying to
definitely
get niggas jammed.
Yeah, he trying to make us in trouble.
Here ready to make
I
you.
remember
just
though,
go
it was
crazy.
after I came mad late to Everyday People party and my girl was outside with a bunch of her friends, feel me? So I seen it and you know, I'm telling my man, it's like, yo, pull up with me. Niggas is playing around. I'm like,
regular.
fuck it,
I don't know if you go through this, but in Brooklyn, when you be like, yo, pull up with me, bro, I'm about to go try to like.
yeah, it's
bag.
like a, you know,
It's
wingman.
It's
Everyone
a
knows.
conversation.
Everyone knows what a wingman
It's
is.
always an OD conversation.
So I
bro.
look instantly. I'm like, nah, I need her. Like I was like, nah, I need her. So instantly, I walk over and I'm just talking to everyone but her. So I was like, yo, how's the party going? Like I'm asking them, and they was like, yeah, it's good. You know, I came mad late. It's like the let out and stuff, and I'm just talking to all of them, like, word, like, yo, I fuck with your Jack. Like I'm just talking to all of them, like, except for her.
But you know, intentionally,
and
you
then,
want her.
And
though.
then last, I was like, oh, what's your name again? Like, you know, something like that. Like, I just kind of like hit her.
love.
And then, you know, because I ain't say nothing to her. I'm
Right.
having a full convo with her friends. And then, like, it was one point where we was just chopping it up for a second. And then, like, I was like, hold on one second. Because I was seeing what we was doing after. And then So I learned about this later when I walked away. At that point, her friends was like, "Nah, you got to give him your number." Let's pull up. It's crazy. I was like, "Yeah."
But I gotta use
It's
that.
funny. It's funny because I don't think she was jacking me. Like, so I got her number though, and then I tried to invite her to something we were doing that same day.
Dope.
She dubbed it. Yeah, it's all good.
It's
Feel
regular,
me? It's all good. I was hurt. I wasn't hurt. I still,
He said,
I was
"I'm
definitely at a
emotional."
flex. I was definitely having fun. Feel me? But it's funny. We ain't even tap into it later. And then one day we got on the phone and we just had a long ass convo about animes.
Nigga, yeah.
And like,
he in love at you in love at that point.
anime? Yeah, bro.
You in love at that point.
If she talking about anime,
Oh no,
stuff,
my
yeah,
girl,
she the
like,
one.
bro, we were watching anime. That should be
Yeah,
lit,
for
bro.
sure.
I,
Yeah, I just started watching Hunter x Hunter. Or
I never watched Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah,
bro.
Hunter.
I gotta
I'm
tap
like
in.
3 episodes in. It's type
gotta
fire.
tap in.
Yeah, it's type fire.
I'm
right
waiting
now.
for fucking Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer to come back. Tap
don't
in.
know.
No, you have to. You gotta tap in.
What's the name of it again?
Attack on Titan.
Okay.
Gotta tap into that.
Okay.
Like ASAP.
All right.
And Demon Slayer. Tap in.
Demon Slayer sound great.
Tap in, bro.
Demon Slayer.
Tap in.
I'm gonna tap in.
But it's anyways. It's just like I'm glad to say that like in 2020 I don't got to worry about like trying to find no girl because shit is tough out
lonely,
here,
bro.
Shit is tough out here.
Nah,
I'm
man,
lonely,
you just
bro.
don't want to. You probably just.
I'm
don't
ready
wanna
to settle down. I'm ready to settle down, bro. If I could find that one girl that just understand me, like as being like just who I feel like every girl I deal with, bro, they just don't get me, bro.
To keep it 100, your future wifey, her OnlyFans is probably booming right now.
Don't say that.
Yo, don't do that to him.
Her shit is probably booming right now.
Yo, nigga did
That's
that.
20,
to
that's
you.
2020.
Oh, shit.
That's 2020 for
You
her
just
shit.
wish that on me, bro.
Don't do that.
Her shit booming right now.
Yo, you really just
I'm talking mass subscriptions.
Yo, come on, bro.
Yo, he said shit going crazy. She only taking pics of the feet or something else.
Nah.
Like,
Yo, come on, son. Y'all wildin'.
I don't
son.
think
That's my
I don't
wife y'all
think that's
talking
the
about.
future. I don't think that's the future.
This my wife y'all talking. This ain't no regular like. This my
Yo,
wife. How
that's
y'all feel
bad
about
funny,
OnlyFans
son.
though? Like,
Look,
I respect it. Would I put money into it? No, I respect the women that do it because
Okay.
they're taking advantage of people that want it. They're not taking advantage, but
they smart with their shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, they're like, bro, they're doing what they're supposed to do. Some women out here are buying homes off of people.
you're
paying
not
for
supposed
pictures.
to have an OnlyFans though.
I mean, what's the rule that says you're not?
no, I mean,
There's no rule.
at the end of the day, like OnlyFans don't have to be like, dropping nudes and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it
I'm
don't.
saying,
It don't,
shorties take
whatever.
pics of their feet. Some shorties just post bikini pics all day.
Sorry.
If she getting that bag, bro, if she getting to
Bro.
that baggage claim, bro.
Bro, y'all say get it. You know, you can't say get it how you live and not apply to girls as well. So get it how you live. A shorty just taking pics of her feet and buying the Benz for her mom. You can't hate on that.
Can't be mad.
This
I'm
niggas
not
out
saying-
here
I'm
getting
not-
money in the worst way.
Yeah, I'm not saying I would want to.
way.
I'm not saying I would want a female that has a OnlyFans, but I'm not knocking a female that has one.
I'm about
Me
to make
either.
I respect him.
OnlyFans.
This nigga,
That's crazy.
that's about to be a second hustle, third
That's
hustle.
my first hustle. That's gonna be the first
Yo,
hustle.
this nigga,
That's first hustle. OnlyFans. I'm charging $50.
this nigga's crazy.
$50 a video. On my big toe.
Yo,
Moving on to a more serious topic. Moving on to a more serious topic. I want to talk briefly about like voting and especially like the climate that we're in the time
Right.
we're in right now. Just like the significance of like voting. I know we talked about this like very briefly on episode 1, but I like stressed the importance of like, register to vote. Don't let nobody tell you like, oh, this shit don't matter. Like, blah blah blah. Like, how do you guys feel about voting? How do you guys feel about, not to get too political on here, but like, how do you feel about the election and how do you feel about like your voice being heard in terms of like voting?
so I mean, I want to say like I feel like voting is very important. I do feel like everyone kind of plays a role in how shit goes. The one thing I do hate is a lesser of two evils. You know what I mean? I would prefer for it, and I know it's not gonna change right now. It might not change soon, but I think it deserves to. We deserve a different system. You know what I mean? A different setup. Like, who wants to say, "Hey, let's vote for the lesser of two evils"?
Right.
We got two people that don't necessarily have our best interests at heart, and we just got to pick who might be better. Slightly better.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, but I'm gonna do my part and I'm gonna vote because I know a lot of people that actually say the same. They say, like what you said, your votes don't really matter. I know a lot of people that feel that way. They say, yeah, New York majority, this, so they're like, it doesn't
Not
matter,
even a
but-
New York majority thing. I think for the most part, like me just being black, I'm a victim to this. Like I feel like my vote don't matter.
Where?
I can say that because I feel like at the level that I'm at, like there's certain levels of like life. Like you got the foundation, not the foundation. You have like the low income, middle income, and then you got like the rich people, wealthy.
Right.
At the level that I'm at, I'm not at the wealthy part yet. I'm not at the I'm at the low. Like we trying to get this shit off the ground, trying to get it started. I feel like it's not going to affect me. Like any change that they make in the office, they don't have my best interest. I don't think when they're signing the bill, they think of me, or they think of my little brother, or they think of you, or they think of you. But like he said in episode 1, those people that are in our neighborhoods, that have to live in our neighborhoods, that have to control certain laws or pass certain agreements within our neighborhood, those are the important things that, we should look towards and try to get those people in office that have our best interests, as I said before, and that live in the neighborhood. They got to go through what we go through.
That's a fact.
So I feel like those people within themselves, like, cool, I have no problem voting for them. But when it comes to those, the two guys, it's like, it's tough, bro. It's really, really tough because it's like, we got to choose one or the other. And everything we've been through for these last 4 years is just a lot to take in, bro. And then with everything happening this past year, it's like for neither of you guys to have like either the consideration or, try to speak about what's going on. It's tough, bro. It's tough to even look at these guys for what's going on, bro.
How you feel, Ryan?
I think at the end of the day, like, of course, I'm gonna do my duty, my civic duty, and like, all right, I'm gonna put this vote in, regardless of whether, I believe or I know that this vote is gonna necessarily like count or like matter. Because at the end of the day, like, it's not hurting me to vote. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna do it because I know that it's the right thing to do. There's a system set out, and like you said, it is the lesser of two evils. Voting or not, I think it just depends on because a lot of people say like, all right, it don't really matter like who's in the presidency. Like it's not really gonna affect my life personally. I still gotta go to work. I still get a check every 2 weeks. I still gotta do this and that. So a lot of people don't really feel the need to vote because they don't think it's like gonna like directly affect them. I think a lot of people made that mistake last go around, and they are realizing like, oh shit, like this can directly affect my life.
True.
Especially with who we got in the office right now. So I just think it's just a matter of doing what you feel is best, and just realizing that it can ultimately affect you like directly. A lot of people saying like, all right, but the president, these decisions that he makes, it's not really going to affect my personal life, but it can and it will. So I just think it's just very important to you have a voice. You got a voice.
That's a fact. I want to kind of like move on to this topic. I actually saw this video of Dr. Umar, and he was kind of like, he was like,
he a hit or miss, but with this one right here, he hit.
He was like, according to Forbes or NY Times, there are 100 black millionaires in America as of 2020. A Negro who's politically uneducated will think that's a good thing, but there's 50 million people in America, and very few of those 100 black millionaires are trying to invest in improvements of the race. You judge group progress based on the average quality of life for all members of that race. So, like, I mean, like, how do you feel? Like, do you feel as though, like...
I agree with that.
Do you feel like what he's saying, you agree with it?
I would agree with it for the simple fact I feel like with friends that I have around me, not you guys, friends I have on my, in my other life, well, my same life, in my other life, but my other friends that I have, they, like if there's somebody that's successful and they're black, they take that as, like we're doing good, we're doing great. Like now we not, because we got to tap in too. Like we can't just leave it up to this one black person to be a millionaire and be successful. Like that's great, that's awesome. But what we going to do to become the next black millionaire and be lit at a rate of just being wealthy and being able to spread that wealth? Because you could have a black millionaire out there, but what is, I don't like to say this, but what is he doing for the community to give back and to show that way? Like, when it comes down to that, it's like, why does he have to do that? It's not a why. It's like, we've been through a lot. Show us how you got there. Take us to the water at least, and then, show us how to fish, and we'll take it from there. You
feel like basically as a black man, you have a duty and you play a role in your brother's or your sister's success.
That is correct. That's correct. You do.
I mean, I do definitely agree. I do definitely I can't like judge people for their decisions. You know what I mean? Like, let's say someone, they're they end up making 100 million somewhere. You know, I can't be mad at them for turning their back on where they came from. That's up to them. You know what I mean? But the right thing to do is to give back. It's to give back to who helped you, who helped you get your career to that point. You know what I mean? Who helped you build your platform to what it is. And there are people that, kind of turn their back to people of lower status and don't invest, don't give money back, don't, do anything.
I think, unfortunately, like the mentality of like a lot of people, especially like black people, is I'm going to work hard. They're motivated by like, I'm going to work hard and become successful so I can shit on everybody around.
Right.
Not in terms of like, I'm going to be successful so I can like pay it forward. And a lot of people have this mentality like, all right, well, shit, I got it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? This
They could too.
He going to have to get it out the mud. I ain't about to help him. And I think it's unfortunate that it's like that because, you have other races and stuff. They are super eager, super willing to like, put, what I'm saying, they cousin on, or put somebody on. So it's like, I think we just have to have the mentality of like, the things that you do and the successes that you have, you can help other people out. And as long as we're successful as a race, as a community, that's when we can truly be great.
Yeah, that's true. True success.
In terms of like, letting people, informing people on like financial literacy, saving their money. And I'm gonna be honest, I was very bad at like saving money. I'm big on like,
that's a skill.
I'm gonna spend some money because, this shit come and this shit go.
Yeah.
So
True.
Learning how to save your money, investing in stocks,
We're going to tap into that big time.
working on your credit.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of stuff that we, as a whole, as a community, that we have to just be more, we have to be more informed of.
And as a whole, I mean, I definitely think it's up to people that are informed in those areas to, spread the knowledge, spread the resources, spread everything. Like it kind of just helps everyone as a whole. You know what I mean?
You guys invest in any stocks right now?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
I'm about to. I'm trying to make the right decision. I should actually be doing more.
Let me put y'all on something real quick. Any Carnival cruise line right now that's at a low rate, invest. Because when this shit is over with, people are going to want to travel.
That shit going up.
It's going to go up. So don't say I ain't tell you nothing. So any cruise line, you got Carnival, you got Royal Caribbean, you got Norwegian. It's a couple out there. Tap in. I'm
more of the in terms of like stock wise. It's a lot of people. They're like, all right, the big risk, big reward type stock. I'm more just like, look, I'm gonna get the. I know the money makers.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just sit back and just let that shit grow.
Do what y'all do over there. But yes, sir, we had a great conversation today. And before we close out, I want to give a big shout out to the Dreams Outreach. The Dreams Outreach and Impact One is teaming up to give back to those in need. Both of our organizations strive to build protective relationships and make a positive impact in humanity. We will be providing food, coats, sneakers, and so much more. All donations are welcome. Anyone who's interested in donating or being a part of an impactful event, feel free to contact Annie Rodriguez. Annie Rodriguez is the name. Look, Annie's tapped in. That's the homie. Look, if you're looking to get more information, hit her up. Her Instagram is @AnnieRod. All right, go ahead and give her a shout out. Hit her up. They will be doing this drive, and it will be taking place on November 14th. Okay, that is Saturday, November 14th. Hit her up. She's tapped in. Tell her Juan sent you. Look, this is episode 3. Juan the Dawn, we here. Episode 2 is crazy. It's going up right now as we speak.
It's going up.
Let's do a quick. Let me do a quick tap in and see what's going on.
While you looking into that, I personally want to say like I truly appreciate everybody that's like tapped in, everybody that's listening, that's viewed. Today was like very organic, just very raw conversation. It's good to like learn more about my brothers right now, but we definitely got a lot more stuff coming in the future. We got some more fire guests on the way. I'm excited for the future, but once again, from the bottom of my heart, man, I really appreciate from everybody from Brooklyn all the way down to Memphis to wherever you at right now. Thank you for listening.
Definitely appreciate every viewer. We putting in work. And this is for y'all. This is for the viewer. And I appreciate each of y'all. I appreciate my host, man.
Right. This nigga really emotional, bro. Very emotional. I'm about to cry. Thanks. But shout out to my guys, man. Yeah. Episode 3. Look, you know the quote. It's up and it's stuck. And they can tap in. You feel me? Yes, sir. We out. Yes, sir.
One love.
sky, that's my sun. Touch him, you done. Nigga, I do it for fun. Where do you come from? Gray bottom brim, then polo.